Alright, I'm late. I'm heading to jiu-jitsu. Gonna get some rolls in. Alright, so just got back from jiu-jitsu. It was pretty good. Big strong men smashed my face. So, and big strong women for that matter. So all together, pretty good time. I'll just have you doing the shit I just opened.
What do you want?
Open the box, damn it.
Alright. So today we're playing Splendor. You got your gems. All the gems. Got your gold.
Oh, you said gems. I thought
and
you said
royals.
jams, and I was like, what is this?
And your jams. Yeah, you got your jams.
You got your jams.
Now you got 3 tiers of cards. You got your green cards, which are cheap suckers, right? Your blue cards, which are the most expensive. Your yellow cards, which are in the middle.
So we realize our table is more busy than most, so we're going to drop a black notebook underneath so that you guys can see. Alright, who goes first?
You go first. What is your strategy? What? You bastard. Are you for real?
What I just did is called reserving. You're able to take a card to buy later. And I noticed before I reserved it that Kara, based on the gems that she had taken, could only possibly want to buy that card. And now she's shaking her head at me, which means she likes me. So in Splendor, you play as a Renaissance diamond merchant, and the idea is to like accrue multiple discounts. Like when you purchase a card, it looks something like this, where it's got these 3 values over here, and this is what you need to pay in order to buy the card. But after you've purchased the card, you get this jewel, which is a permanent jewel and never goes away. Eventually, you get so many discounts that you can just start picking up cards for free because you already have permanent jewels that will pay for it and no longer need to take gems for it. The game is won by a player accruing the most victory points. You'll notice this card's got a number on the top left, whereas this one over here does not. This card will not net you any victory points, whereas these ones will. The first player to 15 initiates the end turn, and if the other person can't catch up within the next turn, they lose. She's rather well, she's got a good wide base of colors, not specializing. You get that often? You've got a good wide base of colors?
Perhaps.
Don't be irritated by my joke. These guys up here are called the nobles. If you at any point have meet these requirements, and these are permanent cards, so if you have just like 3 green chips, you don't actually have 3 greens. But if you have 3 permanent cards of all green, blue, and white, she will come and visit you and bestow upon you her 3 points.
I don't want that one. Not that one. That one.
Oh my god, it has 1 point on it.
Kara 1, AJ 0.
I'm now behind. Catching up is unlikely. buying out of the reserve can be a good strategic move when you want to not flip over any different choices on the board.
Totally my plan.
Look at that blank space with no card replaced.
My god.
Oh,
What do I have, like 80 hands?
do you? We're about 15 minutes into the grind, and Kara is still ahead by 1 point. A deficit that which I may never recover.
So AJ's up by 5 points. It's a travesty.
You can't smile after you say travesty. It ruins the effect.
Oh, goodness.
Kara, yeah, again, just one more time. Look at me and say, your children are dead. I will take this instead. I'm like annoyingly at like the card limit. In a bad way.
What do you mean you're at the card limit in a bad way? Explain
I'm like
to the audience.
I'm like at the border of having too much crap in my hand, and it's not conducive to success at the moment. 2, 2, 2, 1.
This is the hand of failure.
Would you shut up?
Have you made your move
Yes.
yet? Jesus
Yes,
Christ.
I'm making a second move. That's... Everyone knows now is the time for move 2, which follows to move 1
Uh-huh. Right,
to
of course.
success. Alright, I'm just gonna hate this move. Alright.
Look who got the first royal. Not AJ. So let's see. I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 points. How many does AJ have? Oh, not that many points.
How many points do I have? You tell me.
I can't count your cards.
I have 8. So Kara and I have just, for the first time, why don't you explain it?
So we have tied. Normally it's the first one to get to 15 points enacts the last round. And if you get over the 15 points in that round, then that person is the winner. But he got 15, and then I, immediately after in the last round, got 15. So we either tie, which is boring, or we play a sudden death round.
I don't think there's sudden death in this game. I think it's...
There's not sudden death, but we're gonna play it because we gotta have a winner. So
No, draw.
Can you get a higher point count in a last round?
Hang on. Let's
Let me
consult
see
the
what I
rules.
can do.
There has to be
We
something...
don't need to consult the rules. Throw the rules away. We're just gonna do it because we're gonna have a winner. Who cares what the rules say?
No. You're full of nonsense. Case of the tie, the player who has purchased the fewest development cards wins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
13.
Crushed underfoot.
No, screw it. Who can get more points with gens? This is a stupid way to lose.
Okay, would you like to play sudden death?
Yes, I want to play sudden death.
As long as you look at the camera right now, right here, and you say, I have actually lost, but we will play sudden death now.
I have technically lost to a stupid technicality, which is this is the stupidest way to determine a winner. Obviously, there should be a sudden death round. So, we're playing sudden death. God. Alright, so, sudden death, it would be your turn first.
And this is bulk, because you can probably purchase something right now. Can you get points next turn? Because you just win.
I don't know if I can. It would determine on your turn. It would be based on your turn.
There's like nothing I can purchase that would give me points. Like
Okay.
I've lost this game. Like, do you see how specialized my hand is? Do you see how many diamonds there are right there?
I see.
Look at that board. What am I supposed to do?
I don't know.
You do realize if I officially
There
won...
it is.
Yeah. Obviously. Yeah. Sudden death is bullshit. I planned out my turns perfectly to 15. That's about as far as this game goes.
Sure you did. Alright, so AJ won the technicality round.
You know, the
and
actual
I won
game.
the actual
I won the actual game.
Splendor champion sudden death round belongs to me. So
The Splendor champion sudden death round that she made up. That her cards were clearly more suited to than mine. I know that seems like she's trying to engineer a circumstance in which she can win from an... Look, she obviously made the critical error, the Splendor error everyone knows of not buying too many development cards. What? Like...
yeah, what?
like... I guess it's weird because, like, in a way, my strategy to win that, where, like, I specialized in diamonds, is, like, clearly better to win that, because you're likely to buy less of a certain... Like she's likely to get, like, a more spread discount going and, like, start to cycle points as a result of that. But, like, my strategy is, like, buy big things using whites.
Good game.
No, better handshake. Come on. You gave me a girl handshake.
My God.
Good game. I'm gonna squeeze your hand. What is that crap? Like women can't grip things. So you may be wondering where the last couple of vlogs went. The short story is my iPad had a problem with it where I was unable to offload any of the footage I had taken. And what happened was I was behind one day and I was going to make a cool, like, double vlog the next day. And then I realized I was having this offloading problem, and a lot of my footage was rather big. I could kind of squeeze off every now and then, like, a smaller piece of footage, and that was great. I was able to actually make a small Overwatch movie, if you guys saw that. But I did that by taking very small cuts and, like, removing them purposefully. But, like, anything larger than, like, a couple minutes, or even, like, a minute, I was, like, unable to pull off my iPad. And in the process of fixing my iPad, and we've gotten it somewhat fixed at this point, at least to the point where it's usable again, I lost all the footage of the last 3 days. And it's gone, and it sucks. The worst thing about it was that entire time that I was having the problems, I, like, had it in my head that I wouldn't have to do any reformatting or deleting to try to solve the problems, and in the end I did. This is, needless to say, upsetting. If you guys don't know, my equipment's rather limited, or at least it was. So for those of you who didn't know, my equipment up to this point has been an iPad, a crappy no-name cell phone, and some duct tape. And where I've certainly been able to convey a good story up to this point, I've been unable to do a lot of shots and a lot of things that I wanted to do and wanted to bring you, and that I was in a position to do but didn't have the equipment for. Today that all changes. So I had a wonderful conclusion to this vlog, you know, like a post-credit scene where Kara's, like, describing this job that she got designing the packaging for rolling paper. And it's, like, a very interestingly designed packet where, like, the packet's got a piece to it where you can actually rip off the art and, like, save the art that she's going to make for this. And it's totally badass, but, like, the entire time she's saying it, she has speaking issues, and she doesn't say good. And unfortunately, I just deleted it. And it's like 6 a.m., so I'm going to bed.